Hello, this is Ravi with the leader inside you. Today's topic: how to deal with favoritism. It happens in office. Hopefully, you are the favorite one of your boss. But if you're not, you should stick around and listen to this presentation today. There are in office many times what happens is people say there is boss and there are multiple people in the team, and boss ends up happening some people favorite, in the sense that person gets the that one or two more person, they get the limelight, they get the recognition, they get the better projects. They sometimes they get the easy projects, and boss supports them, helps them to grow. And also if they are in trouble, boss saves them from the trouble that they're going through. So then is that happening to you? And it's like actually a big problem if you are not one of them, right? So if you're noticing in your office, if you're saying, oh, my boss gives the assignment to somebody else, if whether when I wanted it, or I'm better person, or sometime what happen, you might be observing that you did the work, and somebody in a meeting, or to the skip level, your boss is saying that favorite person, he did the work, or she showcased that person's work a lot more. And and even in a bigger on a bigger scale, maybe that person gets the promotion instead of you, even if you have done the work, even if you have uh, you know I put the midnight oil, you worked on weekends, and you really deserve. But just because that person is favorite of your boss, favorite of your skip levels and other people, though that person gets all the wonderful thing, is that happening in your career? That happens, and people get perplexed. Why this is happening? I'm equally good in equally good with equally good as this other person, and sometimes you feel that I'm even better than that person. So why shouldn't I get? And why this world is so unfair? Where is the humanity? And that brings a stress, that brings a resentment, that brings all the negative feeling and negative thought, and then we lose focus, we lose motivation, we lose interest. And every day becomes that dread of going to office. Oh my god, I have to see this person, I have to talk with that person, and my boss is gonna say something good about that person, I'm gonna feel bad, and why don't I get recognition? So all these negative feelings starts coming up. And it does happen. Many people reach out to me and they say, um, okay, I'm just checking. There is some message came up. Okay, sorry. That's a distraction. This was about the live itself. So that happens, But what to do? People get very frustrated when it happens. So there is a solution. Solution is first to change the mindset, and start thinking about it like a game. So I'll give you a metaphor. It's like a soccer game. Say you are standing here, and say your boss, one of the team member, has that ball, and you are here, and there is somebody else is also there, and you are equally good, and you see that ball is getting passed to the other favorite person. Why does that happen? Why does that happen? Because you may not be at the right place at the right time, and um, you may not be trusted by that person, that if that person sends the ball to you, you will be able to hit the goal. So there are several reasons. So here is the mindset part of it. This favoritism, when we see, oh, this favoritism is something unethical, favoritism is something bad, then we can never get over it, right? So you say, oh, this is the bad thing people do, and this is the office politics, and I'm not a person who does the office politics, I'm not the person who plays those games. If you have that mindset, then you will never be able to figure this out. So the first mindset is this. First mindset shift has to happen is this: it's just a game. That's how it is. That's how human being behave. Think about it. Say you have more than one kid, say two, three kids. So you love every kid, every your children equally. But tell me, you have some one of them favorite, right? Well, you like one of them more, and no, one of them less, but you love equally. That's always there. So that is the human nature. Among friends also. Now you might have like 50 friends, but out of them there are certain friends are favorite. So that's how we are. With a human being, we choose. and we make certain people favorite even if everybody's equal, or even if somebody else is better than this person. So that is the nature. So we had to accept that. That's the mindset transformation or mindset shift what we need to have create, that this is the human nature. There will be always favorite people, there will be always favoritism. And think about it, once you adopt this belief, once you adopt this thought process, then the mind opens up, right? Well, mind opens up in the sense, okay, if this is the human nature, I'm also same like my boss, I also do favoritism, then the thought process opens. And then second thing needs to be happening is to then other thing happens once you start thinking like this, is you start believing that I can be favorite too. If other person can be favorite, I can be favorite too. Now this is where the trick comes in. How can you become favorite? That's a bigger problem, right? So like same like going back to this soccer game, how can I become someone trustworthy? How can I become, how can I be at the right place at the right time so that people will pass me the ball? So how do you do that? And that's what we teach in our program, how to do that thing. But I'll just give you a gist of it. The first step is to understand your boss, you know getting into psyche and find out what already influences my boss. How this what is the personality of my boss, what are the human needs of my boss, and what tricks him, what motivates, what are the pain points, and all those things you just start understanding first. Now you would say, my boss doesn't talk to me too much, I don't know how to open, we don't have this meeting, or I don't know how to do that. There is a way. There is a way that we teach in a program that is possible. And once you start doing, magic happens. I'll tell a story of one of my client, many of my client actually. This happens again and again. I'll just share a story from last Thursday's call. She said, like, I used to have this one-on-one conversation, a bi-weekly one-on-one conversation meetings with my boss, but I never used to. I used to just cancel, because will meet there and talk for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes about project, and meeting is to end. So there's no point in talking about it. There is nothing to talk. And then she applied all the formulas and process that we have in place. And this time she made and she had a coaching with us, and with after that coaching she met her boss. Magic happened. They talked for 45 minutes. They had a wonderful conversation. They had that boss connected with her, she connected with the boss, and lots. She said, in just 45 minutes, I know so much about my boss. I know so much what influences my boss. What is the psychology, or what exactly going on. And uh, and she listened to the boss. And then now she started feeling that, oh, I am a favorite of my boss. And then she has started noticing the big differences. So something that she had been asking, specifically she was asking for a seat in one of the meeting. She wanted to get in those meetings so that she gets a visibility. And that boss said, okay, you can join that meeting, and she's attending those meetings and become visible. So that's the vivid example from last week. And last few months, these are the stories again. One of my client, he posted in our group chat saying that, oh, I got a letter from email from HR, then got like 15% increase in the salary without, from nowhere. There was no performance appraisal, or there was not a regular cycle, or he didn't even ask his boss. What different happened, that he had applied this process of, we call it career sponsorship, understanding your boss, and he had been doing it for a month since we started working, and he became favorite of his boss, because all this extra money or mid cycle raises are your boss's discretion. So that can happen to you too. And there was another example we have, a couple of 1 month ago. That client said, I got like 54% bonus this time. And it was like astonishing, because usually it's like 10-15%, and this year 54%. And that was for the last year, not even this year. So I asked him what means. We were talking, right? We were coaching, and I could see that's coming, because he had a amazing kind of lot more conversation with the boss, understanding his boss, and he could make a change for the last year's performance. Isn't it amazing? So that's what happens. Now here is another thing to think in this way, is that if you want to play this game, if you want to play this soccer game, You can play in in an alley or with your friends, a small game. That's fine. But if you really, really are serious, if you really want to play big, if you really want to play professionally in a team, then you need to join some team and you need to get a coach, right? And that's what we have it here. We have a team who will be playing. Even you have other team members in our leader inside your program, and you have coaches. Me, Alison, Lisa, Michelle, and we have a wonderful team built here to coach you. So take that action. This problem of favoritism is very solvable. I told you how people are solving it and what is the step-by-step process. But if you want to know in more detail, watch my webinar. 5 steps to high position to reach director, VP level, and bump up your income to 300 to $400,000. People are doing it. Check out our website, and there are lots of success stories. You can do that too. And don't hesitate to talk with me after the webinar is after you listen to the webinar, and we will discuss. We'll talk one on one, and that one call itself could generally brings up amazing clarity to yourself, amazing inspiration and motivation comes up. So that is also available for you, but you have to take the action. You can become favorite of your boss. There is a way, and there's a and that way is actually very gratifying and happy feeling for you and your boss. Who doesn't like to be favorite of each other, right? So let's make it happen. Watch the webinar. There is a link above. There is a link in the comment. 5 steps to high position. And I'll see you in the webinar. And hope I get to talk to you sometime soon. This is Ravi, wishing you happiness and success. Bye.